So I have not yet connected the fuel up, and we have everybody here in the car helping. Right, we're going to turn the key. I have turned the key one time before, just a little bit, and it did crank. So that's pretty amazing that I got all the wiring and everything right first time. So we're going to turn it over. The fuel isn't connected, the fuel isn't hooked up. So we're just going to turn it over. Everybody wanted to get in the car and see what's been happening for the last few days. So let's give this a little turn and see. That's turning over really, really nicely. Strong battery. So I'm going to prime the fuel system and see how it goes. One other point here is this folding opening windscreen is absolutely fantastic for giving yourself enough space to mount the camera and shooting your AK out of. The security detail, the Wag-ner Group, are keen to go for their drive. We're leaving. Kevin, you staying? Kevin, you'd be quite happy cruising about the farm in this, wouldn't you? Yeah? Number one, security. And two, and a little bit less security. The car starts and runs on starter fluid, but I cannot get the fuel pump to prime, and there's a few leaks on the fuel pump. So I'm going to change the fittings. I put on it the other day, put some new fittings on it and see if I can get them a better seal, because it's leaking from both sides of the fuel pump. I tried to prime it manually. We filled the fuel lines and the fuel filter and everything up by hand, and so there's fuel to there, but it is not it's not pulling fuel up, and I think it's probably just because it's leaking quite a lot of fuel from both the fittings on either side of the fuel pump. So take that back to the workshop, put some new fittings on it and see how that goes. But the car started, the crank fired up like straight away, like hardly any turns of the engine, just a bit of spray, and it cranked and went easy peasy. That's really surprising. So the engine is, so I'm still waiting for the belt also, so I can't really run it for any time. But we're getting it running on a bit of starter fluid, and we just need to mess around a little bit more with the fuel pump and see if we can get that to prime. Like the priming handle isn't actually even moving, it isn't pulling any fuel, and I've put my finger over the end of the hose and the primer handle is pulling through like no air at all, no suction. But I think that's a success. I think we got it started, it runs, doesn't run good, but it starts and runs, and it's not leaking any water, and the ignition's working. So we got it going. That was the goal, was to start it, and it started. I think the dogs were a bit disappointed they never got a laugh at the farm in it, but that wasn't going to happen today anyway. But little by little, fix these fittings tomorrow. Hopefully the belt comes, and get this fuel pump sealed up better, and then we shall see tomorrow if we can get it to pump fuel up to the carb, or if not, I might just gravity. I tell you what, I might try that now. I might just gravity feed it to the carburetor and see how that goes. That could be an idea. That's going to mean siphoning some fuel out. Yeah, I'm going to try that actually. I'm going to try gravity feed the carb direct. Why didn't I think of that before? Anyway, that's a good idea. Back in a minute. It runs off a gravity feed. Well, that was a good idea. I'm not going to run it too long, but she's going, she's working. I call that definitely a success. It starts, it runs. It's not running on the fuel pump, but it is running on gravity feed. I know I can taste the petrol. So tomorrow I'll take the fuel pump back to work. I will see if I can get the fittings to seal better and see if I can get it to pump prime. It's just not prime, and see if I can get it to prime in the office. What kind of a noise was that? I'll take it to the office and see if I can get it to prime somehow, and if not, we shall have to investigate a new fuel pump for it. It might just be everything else was so crudded up. Maybe there's just somewhere inside it that I'm not finding some crud that's stuck in it. But the carburetor's working because the car's running and idling and revving up on the strange noise again. The car's running up on the gravity feed, no problem. So the carb is fine. The car's running, it started, alternator, starter, solenoid, everything perfect. Really surprising for a car that hasn't ran for 10 years. So, definitely a success for a successful 2-day project.